Hey, Penny Prepper here. Just want to give you an update. So, I'm out here cutting wood. I am newly single. I guess, I don't mind doing everything myself, but, I just want to know that I have to do everything myself. So, am tired of waiting and saying, oh, yeah, I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll do that. Nothing happens. Nothing gets done, so I'd rather not rely on somebody. I'd rather just do it myself and get it done, but I'd like to know that I have to actually do that. So it goes a lot deeper than that, but that, anyways, so I'm newly single, so whatever. I want to give you an update on what I've been doing. So this is my wood pile here that I've been cutting. Right here, I have, where's my finger at? Oh, there it is. Okay. So these slats here are actually the sides of these. These are 12 footers that my dad rigged up a system so that we can chainsaw. It's like a guiding system, so we can chainsaw these flat, and that's going to keep us from having, well, keep me from having to buy like 30 4x4s for the pole barn that we're gonna put up on my homestead property that I am trying to one day live on. So anyways, so I just put those there along with that piece of OSB because the water just pours in here. There's not a gutter up there. There's a piece of gutter that I'm going to have to put up now probably, but so the water just pours in, and last year I'd have to move the wood from there over, let it dry a little bit, and then, sorry, I have a wood chip in my mouth, and then move it inside, put it by the fireplace, let it dry out more before I could burn it, and that is a huge pain in the ass. So I wanted to avoid that because that was a lot of extra work. So anyways, so as you can see, the darker yellow stuff is stuff that I cut, when I was doing my last video, and this new stuff is what I've cut. The whiter stuff's what I've cut. So I did that, and then I also had a planter that I built for raised bed, which it actually looks like this one here. But as you can see, obviously I never used either one of them because my garden totally failed. We had a really weird year, and like everything just went to seed. I don't know if it's something I did. Maybe you could tell me what I did wrong, but I've never had my garden go to seed in the middle of July, so I don't know what I did. But anyways, I put this up because I want to stack wood all the way across here, all the way to the top, and knowing the way that my life goes, if I stack this wood here without something to protect that big piece of glass, then all that wood's going to fall through that glass and I'm going to have to replace it. So I just decided to, I cannibalized one planter, and I just did that. This planter is also going to get cannibalized because we are going to make me a new buck, because I asked my ex to make me a buck and he did, and I don't know, I just, I asked him to do it because I was busy at the time, and as you can see, I didn't even cut up one cord of wood and it totally broke. So I'm just gonna make one myself that won't break. So this is our wood that we got. Well, I got with my dad. My ex didn't do anything, but that's neither here nor there. But anyways, I think there's 6, maybe 7 cords here. I'll show you all the way around. The 4-foot ones we got on National Forest because you can't take out more than 4-foot lengths at a time. Montana law. I don't know why. I don't know what the difference is. And then these other ones we got on private property, so we could take out longer. And I was doing it in the summer, and I had the kids and stuff, so it was just easier to take them in the woods, cut it really fast, because now while they're in school, I can cut it all up. So, it'd usually take a couple hours in the woods to cut that up. So with 3 kids, and cutting down, cutting stuff up in the woods, I just didn't want to cut it all up at that time. It just, I have a 3-year-old, a 5-year-old, and a 10-year-old, and they're good in the woods for a few hours, but after that it kind of gets old. So it takes a while with taking care of them and cutting the wood. So I did not want to cut it up in 16-inch pieces out there. So it's all piled here. These ones here are 12 footers that a lot of those are going to be planed on both sides for the rest of the 4x4s for the pole barn. And then whatever's left over, because we're picking out the straightest ones, and then whatever's left over I'll also cut up. But I'm not done yet. I also got my mom, I think she's probably got 2.5 cords at her house that I dropped off there because she watches the kids on Fridays. And so that's also how I pay her for her babysitting services. So because she cleans, so she could work on Fridays. Like, she also watches them sometimes on Saturdays, but she doesn't ask me to be, I just have to throw her some money, like if she wants to take the kids to like the pool or bounce off the walls or something. But on Fridays she could be cleaning, so I do try to make up for that, and just to be fair on that. So I have to go over there and also cut her wood up too, because she's got those 2.5 cords, and they're in 8-foot sections. So some of them are 4-foot, but for the most part. So yeah, I just wanted to give you an update on what I've been doing. And of course you saw that fatal screw that was left out. Anyways, so this is my new chain and my new bar. I wish I could have got a Macola bar, but I live in a small town, so oops, I'm blocking the camera. So that was my options there. So anyways, got that all fixed up. So yeah, this is what I've been doing. Oh, and I wanted to talk about, I'm saving a lot of money on those 4x4s. And the one thing about penny prepping is if you want to save money, you have to be willing to freaking work. You have to be willing to do it. And so this is also what my dad and I did. My dad did most of it, but this is our awesome swing set for the kids. So we had to buy the paint. I bought the swings. My dad bought the chains, and then, we hand peeled the logs. And actually, I don't know if you can see, let me see. So way up there, I don't know if you can see it, but there's those metal end pieces. There was actually just a piece of like pipe that we used to do that. It was just sitting out here. So we cut it up and my dad welded it and stuff. And so that's the cool swing set. And I mean, think about how much that would cost if you had to pay for that. But we just did all the work. And luckily my dad is some kind of engineering genius. But that top piece there is gigantic. I bet it weighs 200 pounds. And you should have seen how we had to get it up there. He's an engineering genius. I don't know, it's crazy. But so, yeah, so that's what we did. And there's going to be a fort on there and stuff. And it's going to be able to be moved over to the property as well. Once we get the house out there. But I just want to give you an update. So I'm gonna go back to cutting wood, and I also have a side hustle now. I'm gonna start my side hustle, which is tanning hides, making buckskin. There's a lot of people that want that, so I'm gonna do a video on that. So just an update for you on my life. Penny Prepper out.